Welcome to my tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about unit rates, and we're going to be basically reviewing 6th grade math. So let's go ahead and get started with some definitions. First thing we need to remember is, what is a ratio? A ratio is basically a comparison between two quantities. Now, I did write numbers, but those numbers represent quantities. For example, we can write in 3 different ways. You can write 2 to 3, you can write it as 2 to 3, or you can write it as a fraction 2 to 3. And we're going to focus on fractions in my class. So specifically, we're going to be working with unit rates. Now, a unit rate is a ratio, but you're comparing two different units, but the denominator must be 1. So you want to figure out how much of something for one of another item. Some common unit rates are miles per hour. That means how many miles per 1 hour. And we write it as a fraction. And for example, cost per item, which is called the unit price. How much does it cost for one item? Like how much per can, or the cost per soda type of thing. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we got a problem. Joaquin can eat 210 cookies in 14 minutes. How many cookies can he eat per minute? So we're talking about cookies and we're talking about minutes. And so we want to say, which one are they asking for one? Are they asking for 1 cookie or 1 minute? But because we have the word per, they are wanting to figure out per 1 minute. So that means that your ratio is going to be written with the minutes in the denominator. While the cookies, because we want to know how many, and that's more than 1, is going to be written in the numerator. And so we're going to write it in the following manner. Minutes in the denominator, because we want to know in 1 minute how many cookies he could eat, while the cookies are going to go on the numerator. It's very important that you guys put the units first and then you substitute the values. So here we put cookies per 1 minute, and so it's 210 cookies, and he eats them in 14 minutes. And so we're going to divide. You're going to divide the cookies per minute, and that's going to give you the cookies per minute. And then you're going to divide 210 by 14. And what's my favorite restaurant? In-N-Out. 210 divided by 14. 14 goes into 21 one time. You subtract, you end up with 7. Bring down the 0. 14 goes into 75 times, and you subtract. And so we end up with 15 cookies per 1 minute, which is cookies per minute. Let's try another problem here. Courtney rides her bike 24 6/10 miles in 3 hours. What is her speed in miles per 1 hour, which is per hour? And so again, we're talking about miles and hours. We got the miles, that's in plural form, so that you know that's going to be more than 1. And per hour is going to be per 1 hour. And so the hours are going to go on the denominator, and the miles are going to go in the numerator. And so after you put in your units, that's going to give you the miles per hour, which is the miles divided by hour. And then you plug in your values. We got 24 6/10 miles and 24 6/10 miles, and that's going to be in 3 hours. And so now we're going to divide. We divide our units. Miles divided by hour is miles per hour. 24 6/10 divided by 3. What's my favorite restaurant? In-N-Out. 3 goes into 24 8 times. You subtract, you end up with 0. Your decimal it rises. Bring down the 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times. And you end up with 8 2/10 miles per hour. All right, let's try another problem here. Here we got, how much does each quart of juice cost if it costs Noah $4.86 for 3 quarts of juice? So we want to know how much does each quart cost. So each quart means 1 quart. And so the quart's going to go on the denominator. And then the dollar amount's going to go on the numerator. And so when we divide, we substitute first, and we're going to go ahead and divide, and that's going to give us the dollars per quart. And so I went ahead and substituted my values, and so now we divide. We divided dollars per quart to give us the dollars per quart. And so what's my favorite restaurant? In-N-Out. 3 goes into 4 one time. You subtract, and we end up with $1.62 per quart. And that's how we review unit rates in 7th grade. This is going to help us for what we're going to be doing next, which is going to be comparing unit rates. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Have a good day.